for a stream key, but it's not. Oh shit.
We should ask to be on there.
Now we have a good excuse for why nobody's watching. Fuck. Have you heard about the Decatur mic? Let's talk about that when we get on, I guess. You ready?
Yeah, push it to the
Live?
live?
Yeah.
Is it live?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Is it live on YouTube?
Huh?
Is it live on YouTube?
I don't know. It looks black. Oh, because this went off.
Yeah.
Are they hearing all of this? Or they're probably not because the camera was off.
Yeah.
But they might be hearing through here. I think it might have two audios, so I might need to turn one off. But I don't know if they'll be able to hear this one. It's a problem. I don't know how good that's going to sound.
It's really low. The level looks really low.
Yeah, that's why I wish I could bump it some way.
Bump it.
But there's no, it doesn't give me a setting for that.
I think it's okay for 2 different. I don't know. We'll see if it sounds weird. We should go back and watch it to see if it sounds weird.
Yeah. We could stop it real quick and listen if you want.
No.
Okay, cool.
Just do it.
Yeah, fuck it. Okay, it's already going there. So we're live on YouTube.
We are live.
And we're
Hey!
live.
By the powers of hell, we're live.
Live from Atlanta. It's Tuesday night.
Praise Satan.
I watched that Jim Carrey bit you were telling me about.
Which one? Where he's Biden?
Yeah.
That's like a recurring role.
Oh, I thought that's what you were telling me about.
What?
That wait, I saw him do it twice.
Yeah, it's recurring.
Did he do it before? Or is this the first?
He did 2 Saturdays
Okay.
in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw both of those.
What do you think about his depiction of Joe Biden?
I think it seems accurate.
Really? I don't think he seems anything like him.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's like in the face. I feel like some of the facial gestures and shit he
Maybe
makes.
slightly. Well, it looks more like Jim Carrey to me in the face.
Yeah.
He's like a really hyper energetic, like
Yeah.
Joe Biden's is very.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely an overblown like caricature of it. But I mean,
But hyper doesn't caricature how he is at all.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He's not hyper. He's the opposite of that. He's spacey and kind of doesn't know.
Well, I don't know, man. Whenever I watched the debate, because I watched it again,
Okay.
I was surprised at how cognizant he seemed. Because I thought that he was less cognizant.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason is because of all those clips being strung together, with those compilations of Joe Biden saying ridiculous stuff. But
I did wonder. I was like, you know what? What if he's on like a big old dose of alpha brain?
Alpha brain.
I don't. Maybe not alpha brain. Some kind of like
Adderall.
Cognitive enhancing.
Supposedly,
maybe Adderall, but did I already tell you that?
What?
I felt like Trump was definitely on some kind of.
Well, Trump definitely for sure takes Sudafed.
Yeah.
Like supposedly he takes the British
Sudafedrin?
version of Sudafedrin. Or whatever,
what does it matter?
Stronger. I think it's supposedly stronger. I don't know. That's what they say.
But you can get different like doses of Sudafedrin like here.
Yeah.
Different,
I don't know why that one. Yeah, you can just take a whole bunch.
Maybe there's something that's not in it. I don't know. Or maybe it's cheaper. For some reason.
It's cheaper.
Or maybe he doesn't get like
trying
his
to save
name
some
on
money.
a list. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe he can buy a shitload.
Yeah.
And have it shipped in.
Yeah, those Brits, man. Like, let's do more meth.
I think
that's why they have terrible teeth.
I think regulations are stronger, but I think less shit is needed there.
Watch this shit on YouTube. We can zoom in.
And if you're watching on IG, you should visit our YouTube page. www.youtube.com/halfasleepfilms. It's better quality, better audio. We have Zoom. We can zoom in.
So stupid. We can zoom in and we can zoom out. And we can shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey.
We can do the hokey pokey.
But only on YouTube. You guys aren't going to see our hokey pokey. He did the hokey pokey and he turned himself around.
This doesn't look like
That's
anything.
what it's all about.
Oh, I wasn't even.
Hey!
I just got it off the. I just got off the screen. It's as long as they can't see me.
Yeah.
Like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Instagram
Go to
users.
YouTube. Fucking losers. IG for like
Idiot guys.
Yeah.
Idiot guys and gals.
Speaking of idiot guys and gals, yesterday was Indignant Peoples Day.
Indignant. What is that?
Angry and like just like justify there like that's ridiculous.
That should be a that should be a holiday.
Well, I thought of that joke the other day, and I was like, oh fuck, that's a great idea. Indignant because it's such a proper word for the people that want it to be Indigenous Peoples Day. They like care about that shit.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of attitude they have. And I looked it up. I was like, somebody has to have done this. And like,
did the camera turn off?
Oh yeah, shit.
What? Is it on battery or some shit? Standby?
It's on battery, but it's not the battery dying. I forgot because it's not actually recording, so it doesn't think anything's happening.
Oh, start recording then. Can you do that?
I don't. It's not going to record the whole time.
Just keep zooming in and out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep moving.
That'll look cool, and it'll keep the camera on.
Yeah.
So you looked up Indignant People, and what happened?
Oh yeah, like 4 years ago, I think the National Enquirer or the Sun or somebody, some publication said that like in the thing. They didn't go as heavy into it.
How about Ignant People Day?
Ignant. But oh man, I also found out this year, Indigenous Peoples Day or Columbus Peoples Day, or Indignant Peoples Day was on October 12th, and October 12th, 528 years ago, is the day that Columbus landed in the Bahamas. Okay. That was the vacation that started a nation.
The vacation that started a nation.
A nation terrified of immigrants. No, I don't think we're terrified of immigrants.
Not mostly, but
yeah.
I don't know. Some people say like, yeah, we're all immigrants, but I mean, I don't agree with that.
I mean,
I think if you're born here, you're not an immigrant.
It's one of those, yeah. It's one of those we're like, okay, yeah, but then everybody's a fucking immigrant to some degree everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, where are we not immigrants? How far we got to go back?
Like,
where's the marker?
I disagree with the sentiment that Columbus, he didn't really discover the Americas because when he got here, there were already people here. By that logic, if we discover if we discover a planet with life on it, are there people like, they didn't discover that planet? There's already life forms there.
Oh no, so one thing that I also learned about was that the Ericsons were the first one.
Yeah, Leif Erikson. It was just
Leif.
It was Leif Erikson Day on.
And then after
wasn't Leif Erikson Day on October the 9th?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they.
I just watched a video on Leif Erikson.
But there's the other Ericsson too. Later on, he came as well.
Viking Spawn or something.
I don't think it was another more normal. Eric Erickson, I think, right?
Eric Erickson. I don't know. I mean, I know Eric Erickson is like a radio personality.
I think there's also. I think there was also an Eric Erickson, the Viking.
Okay.
But two Vikings came before everybody else. But one thing I read said, well, the difference is that Columbus stayed. He stuck around, and they just like came like, oh, cool, get the fuck out of here.
It killed a bunch of immigrants, killed a bunch of natives. They said like, well, I was listening to a story about the his brother, not Leif Erikson, but the other one. His name was like Viking Spawn or something.
Viking Spawn?
Viking Spawn, Erickson. And supposedly they found a bunch of canoes, and they turned the canoes over, and there were people hiding in the canoes, so they just fucking killed them all. Just because that's, I guess, what they did. They were Vikings. They just killed people. Yeah. People talk about Columbus being really brutal and shit. I think that's how people were. Like, I think Vikings were like that too, like torture people and shit. And
Arlene said today is Canadian Thanksgiving Day.
Ah, Canadian Thanksgiving Day.
Goose had baby face.
Who's got a baby? Oh, because you got...
Yeah. It's the first time I fully shaved my face since like 2008 or 9.
Wow.
Something like that.
It's
been like 10 fucking years. It was really weird for a while. I'm getting a little more used to it. It was really weird every time I'd see myself in the mirror. Like, what? I just kept feeling like I had too much skin on my face.
I got too much skin on my face. It would be crazy. That's a story, a horror story. You have too much skin on my face, you start ripping it off. Ah!
Oh no, I got too little skin on my face.
I think it looks good.
Canada fucking sucks.
Who said that?
Goof.
Why does it suck?
I said Canada is beautiful. He said lol.
In Canada, a pint is 20 ounces. It's not 16 ounces like these pussy ass people drinking beer down here. I think that's just like we're in cold environments. I just went to Wisconsin, and they drink a lot there. Like the
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Where they scramble eggs.
That Wisconsin?
The bars are open at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Because the work hours.
Yeah, I asked. I was like, people show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the bartender was like, yeah, people who get off work at 6 in the morning. I was like, oh, here I was judging people for drinking early, and they're just hardworking folks that just, they want to get off work, have a drink with their coworkers, continue drinking all day long. Because they do, man. We went to a bar, and it was like maybe noon or 1 o'clock or something. Did I go off? And it was just full of drunk people, man. Just full of drunk people. And this one dude we were talking to, he was like, he's so obviously wasted. He's like, what? And then Arlene made a comment. She was talking to him. She was like, dude, you're wasted. And then the whole bar just started laughing. And they're like, you think he's wasted? And they're like, where are you from? You're not from around here, are you? So they have a different idea of wasted there.
Different idea of wasted.
I guess wasted means dead in the snow there.
I'm gonna turn the power save off. Maybe that'll.
Yeah,
maybe
that's probably what the power, because that's what's saving the power, turning it off, right? Yeah. So if you're not watching on YouTube.com, I would suggest going on YouTube and watching there instead, because there we've got better audio, better video. We can zoom in and out. You can't see all the naked women in frame, just right outside frame.
Yeah.
Just bare pussies and assholes.
Yep. They're women,
and
but they have bare pussies. Man, and if you've ever fucked a bear pussy, you're gonna want to see one of these things.
Oh man.
It's a natural bear trap.
We didn't talk about. So a lot did happen. We didn't talk about the debates. Because last time we saw the debates. We saw the debates right after.
Are the debates not happening now? I've just heard rumor.
No. It's so far as I know, it's official.
They're not fucking happening.
So,
dude,
they wanted to do.
That was entertainment.
Yeah. Now that's it. Biden wanted to do them virtually because he's a bitch and he didn't want to get sick. No, he wanted to do them virtually because obviously Trump got COVID.
Is he fucking cleared, or they just don't trust the doctors?
I don't fucking know. But then Trump was like, fuck that shit, I'm not doing it at all. And so instead of doing it virtually, he's just doing another Trump rally.
Just do it like the fucking dating game, have them completely sectioned off, they can't even see each other,
Like the
maybe
little block.
He doesn't even know who he's debating.
Hollywood Squares, do it like that.
Yeah. Man, I was really looking forward to seeing 2 more of those fucking shit shows.
Yeah.
I'm really upset that's not happening. That's fucking lame.
Mm-hmm. There's so much. Were the other ones that much talking over each other?
The other one?
I mean, there was debates.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
just so much fucking just.
I saw the VP debates too.
Yeah, I saw that. So that's another.
There's a little bit of that talk.
It was
It was not like the other thing.
They both went over a lot.
Yeah.
So
they went over more like
in their time.
Civilly in a way.
Yeah.
They were. I don't know.
It wasn't like such a crazy fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they both went. Like I've heard people say Mike Pence he had to say thank you a lot, but I think it's pretty even. I'd say maybe he did a little bit more than her, but they both.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to talk about is the fly landing on his head. That's the thing that most people are the most interested in.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of silly. I think it's kind of insane.
It's like Howard Dean's Scream. back in the day.
What's that?
Whenever he was one of the guys running for get nominated, and he got him out.
Oh,
of the
were you talking
race.
about that? Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I disagree. I think
Why?
that's more relevant because that shows his character. A fly landing on your fucking head shows nothing.
I mean, it shows his character to an extent, but
how does it show your character?
No, not the fly.
Oh, well, at
It
least
shows to an extent, but like people are smart enough to be able to look past the screen and see other things. They chose not to. It's like a hyper focus on something to destroy somebody.
Yeah, but at least that is something that he actually did. The fly landing on somebody is
it's what he did. That's
what,
he must be a robot. Robot, alien, or what I think, honestly, from the look of it, he's got a big old wad of hairspray up there. To me, that looks like one of those stiff heads where you're like, dunk, 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 and it's just like, it's all one piece that just shifts together.
Somebody posted a photo, like a collage of flies on all these different politicians during their speech.
Really?
And I remember now the one with Obama that he had, it was like on his upper lip.
Oh.
And you know what? I bet flies are always just landing on people all the time, but we're not like in like having like thousands of people watch us on live TV, so we don't know about it. But the thing I think is so ridiculous about it is, like, so I came across this one article that's like, art historian goes over the symbolism of flies. I'm like, this isn't.
Oh my god.
This is life. Like art.
yeah.
In art, things are done intentionally as symbolism. There's no symbol. This life is fucking random. There's not symbolism in life. I mean, there could be.
I mean, yeah. You know,
if it's
start
all
talking about God too. Okay.
If it's all contrived, but without starting that conversation about like gods and everything being or aliens or whatever, a grand plan. It's just a thing that just fucking happens.
Yeah.
I think it's just so crazy. But like, you saw the Saturday Night Live bit about it as well.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden started selling fly swatters. Like, I mean,
the fucking the Herman Cain though. I do like the Herman Cain. Man, I guess I missed it. I heard he died, but I didn't realize he died of COVID.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Supposedly he caught it from a Trump rally or something.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah. I didn't realize he died of COVID from a Trump rally.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking Herman Cain stuff. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So silly. Herman Cain fucking reincarnated as a fly.
But I don't know. Beyond that, I don't think it was.
I think it shows just how uneventful and boring the VP debates were.
It was on his fucking head for a long time, though, and I did see that. But, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't care one way or another. It's just weird that people think that it means something.
Oh, I haven't seen all that. I haven't seen people, like, put, like, there's some real meaning to it.
But even the way they, like, are posing it, like, on Saturday Night Live. I mean, I know they're just, like, fucking around, but it seems like there's...
Well, the biggest thing to me about SNL, both of those times, is do they have an audience there?
Yeah.
They do, for sure. Now, with COVID, you sure it's not canned?
No, they showed shots of the audience.
But I don't know who they pick or whatever, but I feel like everybody's cheering for Kamala. Like in this way.
Because they really love her faces. They like her being bitchy or whatever.
Indignant. That's what I think.
Indignant.
Yeah, that's what I think. When I was watching, I was like, she's indignant. And that's like the thing people kind of like right now is people that just kind of have an attitude like, I'm going to shut you down. No way. No, sirree, you don't tell me what's right. I'll show you what's up. There's something about that like being right.
Selfrighteousness.
Yeah. Which is indignant. Yeah. I think
that's part of it?
I think that's the same kind of like meaning. Like they're synonyms. Is that, well...
I think indignant might have more of a negative...
Yeah, I think... Well, self-righteous is negative.
I guess so, yeah.
Unless you're right, I guess. I don't know. But if you're right, I mean, I don't know. It's still negative. Just because you're right doesn't make being self-righteous good. It's still like yeah, you're right, but you don't have to be self-righteous.
It's not the same as being righteous.
Yeah. Righteous, that comes down to the universe. You don't put it on yourself.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's got that kind of like the attitude and it makes sense that, I don't know, I feel like the attitude matches a lot of the people that are upset about shit. They're like mostly vocal about it.
Yeah.
They always have a thing like, oh, really? That's what you think? Well, let me show you what's up. And have that kind of like attitude like that. But I am personally fucking annoyed by it.
Yeah. I'm annoyed by that shit too.
Yeah. It's not that I don't think that there's some truth to some things.
I think both of them.
It's just that you don't have to have an attitude.
I think both of the Democratic, like the vice president candidate and the Kamala and the other guy, Biden. They both. I don't think they both dealt with the way that the other one acted. Like Biden, like called him clown and shit. You know, remember that?
Dealt with?
Like he, like the way he dealt, like he should have, like they should have been the bigger man.
Oh, yeah.
Because both Trump was obviously acting like a fucking doofus, right?
Yeah.
Which I think that's mainly for me. Like I think I was interested. I came across the fact that Hitler was Time Magazine Person of the Year recently. You know about that? In 1938, Hitler was Time Magazine's Person of the Year. So I looked up why the fuck that was the case. I mean, that was while we were at war with them. And then...
What?
Wasn't it? 38, right?
No, 44.
Oh, really?
40.
Oh, I thought it was...
42.
Oh, we came in kind of late, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we did.
So anyway, yeah, so he was the Person of the Year. So I looked up why that was, and so I found an article on Time, the website, and they're like, yeah, the Person of the Year, it just means that they were mentioned a lot in the news that year. And Time Magazine has talked about other controversial figures like Osama bin Laden and Donald Trump. And so...
Has talked about them?
Yeah. We've had mentioned them in articles or whatever.
Were they Men of the Year ever?
I don't fucking know. But,
I feel like they just don't want to say they got it wrong.
Maybe, yeah.
Sorry.
But the fact that they lumped, like they said Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, and Donald Trump. So the fact that they lumped him together with those guys, like, I kind of had like this realization of like, oh, like there are a lot of people think that Trump is like Hitler. They really think that this is an evil person, like and I think a lot of people really believe that in their heart. I think he's a doofus. I think he's just a doofus for the most part. I think for the most part he's just he's got this stupid manic energy that has helped him in business. And as a leader, as somebody who's supposed to be more compassionate, that rubs a lot of people the wrong fucking way. And I don't know like a lot about fucking politics or whatever, like what's going on in the world, but
yeah,
I think for the most part, and rather than like an evil like villain, I think he's just a doofus.
One thing that I will say that I find interesting is that for years, so many politicians have tried to get people engaged in politics in one way or another. You know what I mean? They've tried they've tried to get people. Oh, is that going through? Or I guess it's so quiet because it's so far away. But they've tried. I feel like for years people have been trying so hard to. Politicians have been trying so hard to get people like get out the vote, get people like paying attention to what's going on in politics.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't feel like Trump was trying to, but I feel like more people are fucking paying attention now than they were before.
Yeah.
More people are having conversations about policy and whatnot than they were before. So it's interesting. It's like just getting a fucking heel involved. People just get in there like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking talk about this. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at everything he does and criticize it. Well, good. Let's look at everything. Like, finally.
It's just like after the like they were talking about. I just traveled, so on the plane they were like, "Don't worry, we've wiped down all the surfaces and sanitized everything." And I was like, "You guys weren't doing that before." Like I knew airplanes were dirty as shit, man. Like I always felt like, oh, there's so much international disease all over the place here. So it's like maybe like stuff like COVID and Trump as the president, it has to happen for people to start paying attention.
Yeah. I've been watching the what you call it, Amy Coney Barrett hearings
Oh,
today.
do they do like a
The
hearing for
justice.
every justice?
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh, I
gotta
didn't
be-
realize that. I thought like when
It's
they
like
had that
4
last
days.
one, I thought it was like they
No,
were
no,
doing
no.
something weird.
It's like a 4 day process.
Okay.
Started yesterday, watched a lot of the stuff today, and I
But
don't know why it's 4 fucking days. Because what happens is that, whatever the justice is, I guess she leans more right. So, according to that's what people are saying. But so that means that the Democrats go up there and they spend a lot of time trying to make her say what she's going to do about certain laws like Roe v. Wade, whether or not she's going to try to rig the election, shit like that.
You try to rig the election.
Yeah, they try to say it in these like different ways, and
Just trying to trick her.
Yeah, and but she says what she has been saying. I don't know if all judges say this, but this is what judges should fucking say: is that they can't determine what they're going to do until the case is in front of them and they have all the fucking information. She keeps making that point over and over and over and over again. It's like, you people won't shut up about it. Isn't that what you fucking want? Isn't what we want from a justice somebody that's going to do their best to be impartial and unbiased?
Interpret the law.
It's going to try, yeah, but they're going to try their
You know
best to leave as much interpretation out of it.
Right.
Of course, there's got to be some, but the goal is to be as objective as you can be, and that's like your ultimate thing to strive for. And it seems like that's what she keeps saying, and she keeps trying to also basically say that she can't answer the questions because she's not dealing with the case. She said, you can ask me any questions about all the cases that I have done, and I can tell you why I did what I did.
Yeah.
And like she apparently has written a lot too, and so she has a lot of the decisions out there, which judges do have to like write their decisions, so the public record.
Yeah.
But it's just all the Democrats doing that, and then there's all the Republicans that are just fucking like jerking her off. They're like,
Jerking her
you're
off.
smart in this way because blah 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 blah.
I think it's called jilling her off.
It feels like because she's a chick. I don't know. It feels like a lot of the Republicans are fucking hitting on her. Talking about how great she is and complimenting her in all these ways and how wonderful she is. But then there's also a shit ton of people that just fucking use that time to set up their own platform and basically run for their next.
What
election.
is even the point of a hearing?
I think originally a hearing made more sense to last for days because you don't have information like readily at your fingertips. So you do have to figure out who the fuck this person is. Everybody does have to have a chance to talk to the person because they have to find out what they're about and shit. But I think all of her like decisions are public record, so you can see everything. You can read it all and analyze it from there. Because she's not. I mean, if she's in the main thing you need to find out is what I think that has been found out, that she's going to do her best to be impartial, and she's not going to prejudge what she's going to fucking do when she gets into office, because then what's the point of having her in? And I don't know, they keep trying to push that she's an ideologue, basically. She's just going to stick with one fucking ideology and just going to go that way. And like, I don't know enough about her. So I don't know one way or another, but it seems to me like from what I'm seeing, she's sticking to like, I'm going to make the decisions whenever it comes, and I'm going to deal with what's given in front of me, and I'm going to look at it from the perspective of what the lawmakers have written, and what the people who have voted the lawmakers in, and they've written these laws, and the people have accepted these laws, and I'm going to see whether or not it's in line with the laws that exist. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Do you think that that's really what the judges do, or do you think that they have their own agenda?
That's the thing. That's the thing that people are always going back and forth, and what some people criticize judges for. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was criticized a lot for that, for using her position to influence policy rather than interpret the law. So, and there's other judges that have been known for that. But I think they go back and forth. I think they'll do their best sometimes, but then some of them will sometimes try to sway something. And that's not the rule, and that's something that there's argument about, I think often, is like, well, your goal isn't to fucking make policy. So stop trying to make policy with your rules.
Yeah, it seems like if you created the policies, then you could have more of a chance to, like, come up with ones that are gonna, like, influence shit, or be lean one way or the other way, but it seems like if you're just interpreting something, couldn't you be? I mean, like I do, I adjust insurance claims, and I have to read the policy and interpret it and then carry out coverage determinations. It doesn't matter, like, there's not like one side or the other side. You know, you just have to read it like it's written and then carry it out the way that it's written.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it couldn't be like that. I guess it can.
I mean, I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
Trying to do it, but I think there's the reason they have the justices is because there are times whenever it's really fucking tricky.
Yeah.
You know, there's times when they got to sit there, they got to deliberate. That's why you have 9 justices, because they all got to go back and forth and like figure out, well, what is it we're really saying here? And so at the end of the day, they work as a whole. But I don't know, the whole like, I get it. Some judges leave one way or the other, but that's not the fucking goal.
Speaking of the people telling you to get out and vote and stuff, so you know you've been talking about more people have been getting more pressure to vote from so many places. I just got told that I need to vote from the strangest place ever, and that's my employer. They sent out an email, which is like a newsletter email type of thing to the whole company that said, you really need to vote this year. It's more important than ever.
That seems fucked.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
I guess they didn't tell you which way to vote.
They didn't.
But what does that mean? What would be important?
Well, I was thinking about it, and after Trump got elected, we did all get a bonus.
Yeah.
Because of the tax cuts or whatever. The tax cuts benefited the company, so they're like, oh, let's give everybody a bonus. So maybe they're like, hey, remember that bonus? Get out and vote. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know why people just tell everybody. I guess they figure they're talking to their like-minded people, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
So they're like, I want my person to win, so you guys are like me, so I want you to go vote. But it seems
it's
like
an HR thing.
It's an HR thing? What does that mean?
I have heard that human resources tend to be the most left-leaning departments.
That's what like these people who are really talking like in a way that we should be wary of postmodernism and communism and stuff. They're like, oh, it's coming in through our HR departments.
That's what I've heard. But Peterson talks about that.
Yeah, he talks about it among some other people.
They want to make sure that you know that they will let you off to vote to not get sued.
What?
I mean, it was
sued
really.
For that?
It was really. It seemed like it was really urging you, but I don't know. Maybe they're just like. I need to go back. I didn't really actually read. I don't actually read emails. I just kind of glance at them.
Emails read me. What is that from? I don't read that. Script reads me. Is that Robert Young Jr.?
No, Smirnov. Vladimir or Yakov Smirnov. In Russia, scripts read you.
I was thinking Tropic Thunder.
Oh.
I think Robert Young Jr. says that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My favorite part of that movie was the beginning with those trailers, those fake
yeah,
trailers.
Man.
Especially the one
Booty
Jack
Sweat.
Black. Fatty's part 2.
Yeah. Booty Sweat was the first one. That got me because I brought my parents. And I had my mom on one side of me and my dad on the other. I was like, boom, boom, like I don't know what this is. But
don't you think that Trump got COVID at the most like interesting time? If this was like a movie script, like don't you think that would be like the time that they would have written it to happen?
Yeah.
What in the fuck is going on right now? Do you think that we're like part of a movie or something?
Maybe that's what it is. Trump's just making a movie. That's it. 4-year movie.
Ooh, what if he's doing like a Sacha Baron Cohen type thing? And it's all scripted, it's all planned out.
Or Ashton Kutcher type thing. You just got Trump! He trumped the whole nation.
Yeah, we should do a skit about that.
Trump? Yeah.
Who's got Trump? It might be too late though. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen on October the 3rd, but I'm not gonna be.
November the 3rd. I know what's gonna happen on October the 3rd. But if it hasn't already happened.
I'm not gonna be anywhere in in a public place, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with my private places. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I feel like no matter-
not November 3rd. It'll probably be the day after.
That
November
night.
4th.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like whenever it does happen, though, whoever wins, some amount of hell is going to start breaking loose.
I gotta get a gun before.
You already have that gun, remember?
Yeah. My cock gun.
You don't have long.
It's already cocked and loaded.
I get it.
I'm gonna blast you in the face if you come to my house.
Is there already a song that goes, dumping loads and hoes, dumping loads in them hoes?
I don't know.
There should be, right?
Yeah. Dumping loads of hose.
Dumping loads in them hoes. One thing I did want to talk about from the first presidential debate. What did you think about the moderator asking Trump to denounce white supremacy? That did kind of surprise me. Like, his answer kind of did throw me off for a second. I was kind of like...
What? The
Trump.
Proud Boys thing?
What Trump said. Well, that's the second part of the question.
Yeah, the first part?
The first part was, will you denounce white supremacy? And Trump said, sure. But then he didn't straight up, like, say, I denounce white supremacy.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, wait, why? Like, that is kind of
Yeah.
weird. But here's my thought on that. For Trump, somebody as proud as Trump is, not to foreshadow the Proud Boys thing, but somebody who's as proud and a business leader and shit as he is, for that guy to say, will you say this thing? I'm telling you what to say. To him, he might as well have been like, you need to get down on your knees.
Yeah.
You know, so he's just not gonna say what somebody tells him to say.
Exactly.
You know?
That's how I feel too about the fucking the thing of like, oh, will you leave? You know, will you be okay with the results and leave office? You know, like, or, you know, if you lose, basically, people asking that question. Like,
That
are
is
you gonna respect?
That's
the
a
results?
very confrontational question.
Yeah, people asking that shit. It's like, well, I think like, what do you are asking him because you know what he's gonna say. You know that he's gonna get a response that you can then harp on and say, oh look, he's gonna like overthrow everything. It's like, no, you know he's not going to say, yes, I'll leave, because of the fucking kind of person he is.
Yeah.
He is a proud asshole, and he's not going to go, well, I'm going to lose. He's never going to say, I might lose. He's not going to say, there's a
It's like a fighter.
No,
a fighter's like, man, I'm taking home that belt, no matter what they say.
But what
I'm
if you
taking
don't
it.
take home the belt?
I don't care, man. I'm taking it. You know.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of person he is. And that question, like, will you respect the decision? Is kind of like, it's so controversial. It's saying like, will you commit this horrible action? You know.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you gonna fucking slap me in the face with your dick right now? Will you do that? And then the second thing was the Proud Boys kind of like, what percentage of like the typical basic bitch person watching that you think knew who the Proud Boys were?
Well, one thing too, whenever he said that, I was like, why do you say the Proud Boys? But then whenever I listened to it again, I heard that Biden said Proud Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Biden says the Proud Boys.
Okay,
first.
well that
He's
actually.
like, who? Like, who? And Biden goes, the Proud Boys.
Oh, that kind of makes it.
And
a
it's
little
like
bit
talked. It's like mixed in with them. He says the Proud Boys. He goes, okay, Proud Boys, stand by and stand back.
Oh, that makes it not so bad.
Yeah, that's what at first I was like, whoa, he knew he's picking the Proud Boys. Because at first I also thought he's not going to denounce white supremacy. Because it's like, well, maybe he's then that means that he's saying, yeah, white supremacists are doing this shit.
Yeah, because that's why he keeps on harping on, there's Antifa, huh? What?
Yeah,
What do I do?
yeah.
So for him, he's saying
It's
like,
like everybody stop fucking being violent.
yeah, you can be like, hey, here's my opinion. This may be controversial, okay, guys, but I think be a white supremacist. All right, do it. Be a white supremacist, but just obey the laws. Be courteous. Don't harm anyone. Be an upstanding citizen. Give back to your community, and you're fine. Is that controversial? Do you think I'm wrong on that?
I think I know what you're saying.
I'm not. I'm not.
But you said be a white supremacist. I don't think that's what you meant.
I'm not saying that non-white supremacists.
I'm gonna edit this later. It's gonna just be you go. Be a white supremacist. It's gonna be a gift. Be a white supremacist.
I grant you. Oh, it's gonna be a GIF.
Yeah, a gift.
Yeah, GIF.
A gift from God.
I thought you said GIF.
It's not a GIF from John.
Well, it is an acronym though. What is a G? How do you say G?
Gay.
G. No, don't. If you're not a white supremacist, don't become one. And if you are a white supremacist,
Can't believe you're telling people to do their life.
okay. Here's a better way of phrasing it. If you are a white supremacist and you're not hurting anyone, I am okay with you staying over there and thinking some stupid shit.
Have your thoughts. Your thoughts, think them. You go around and start fucking with people and doing fucked up shit, and yeah, you're an asshole. Like, someone needs to do something about you. If you break the law, then you're hurting people and shit like that. If you have stupid fucking thoughts, what the fuck ever. People are gonna have stupid fucking thoughts. Some people are gonna get over it. Some people are gonna die like that. But, like, you can't go around.
Wait, why did I say that? Why did I even bring that
I
up?
thought that's what the idea you were talking about.
I don't know.
Like, people, like, of course you can think that, you can be like, oh, I'm a white supremacist. But
Oh.
if you go around like, I'm a white supremacist, and therefore, everyone that's not white needs to die. It's like, no, that's bad.
Yeah.
And of course, like, it's like, oh, well, why even allow that thought that they could step over there? It's like, any thought could step over killing somebody. You know, it's like, oh, I like my underwear wet. I like my underwear wet, you're keeping them dry, I'm going to murder you. You know?
You're keeping them dry.
Anything like that. My wife keeps drying my underwear. I like them wet, so I killed her.
There's this TikTok video that's going around, and it's this guy. He gives a really good.
I like that. TikTok video going around.
Oh yeah, it's going around the clock. He gives a really good explanation about why it's wrong to why the idea of white pride is wrong. So like you could kind of be like, well, why should it be wrong to be proud? So the explanation he gives is that white is not an identity. White is just, I mean, the absence of an identity, basically. I mean, you could have like heritage within that. You could be like Irish or something, you know. But that's a real identity. White isn't. It's nothing. It's just a construct, you know. You know, Irish people and German people are both white. They're two different peoples, and Mexican people used to be considered white. Now they're considered Hispanic.
So what about black pride?
Black is an identity because, well, the explanation he gives for it is that black people as a group in the U.S. have all had their like culture taken from them, and they all can identify with that idea or whatever.
You don't think there's a unifying, or he doesn't think there's a unifying white thing?
No, and I agree with that. I mean, there's nothing. Being white isn't a thing. It's just like people say, oh, like all these people are white people, you know. And there's nothing really that unifies them.
So from what you're saying, it sounds like the black experience, the black identity, doesn't apply to all black people. It applies to marginalized black people who are ancestors or descendants of slaves, of the oppression here in the country.
Yeah.
So, would that not apply to all black people, or would it apply to all black people because it's like, I don't know, it's still an ongoing thing enough to just lump them all in?
So wait, so what's your example of somebody who it wouldn't apply to that definition?
I don't know, recent immigrant, or somebody whose parents were immigrants.
Yeah, so not as much, but I think that there may be still some kind of unifying thing about, increasingly less, but let's say like in an extreme form, like let's say it was back in the days where there was segregation and Jim Crow laws and everything, it wouldn't matter how recently you
Yeah.
immigrated, you'd still have that experience. And to some lesser, I think far lesser extent now, but perhaps there's still some kind of unifying way that you're seen. That there's some kind of way that people perhaps treat you. You know, if there are not everybody, but let's say racists. Like, I mean, everybody probably at some point ran into a racist person, and or more than that, at least one time or whatever in their life. So it doesn't matter when you came over, or if your parents immigrated or whatever. You're a recent immigrant. You still could potentially experience racism.
Yeah.
I watched the episode of, how they had the Simpsons. You know how they changed the voice actors recently?
What?
You didn't hear that?
Then they have to hire all yellow people. Like they do.
Well, cause it's sort of along those like I guess yellow is considered white for the Simpsons because they won't
They kick out Dan Castellano and have to find somebody who's really bald.
he's a bald.
Yeah, probably is. I'm making sure.
So they're only having the characters of the particular race. They're only having actors of the same race play characters of that race.
Okay, what about Family Guy? They kicking out Mila Kunis? Wasn't Mila Kunis Meg or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think? Her race is?
She's not white.
She's not. She's
Mila
like
Kunis?
Russian or something, isn't she?
I thought she was like I don't know.
I think she's like.
I guess she just has a dark tan. I don't know.
See, that goes to show that it is a fucking construct because
Well, to a degree, because
yeah.
you also think she's white, so it's like
she's Ukrainian.
she's Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess Natalia's Ukrainian.
so her
Well, she has a heritage before Ukraine.
Yeah, so
Korean. So she lived.
her mom was from
Okay.
Korea, but not from there. And then her dad was, I don't know what he was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess she's just straight up Ukrainian.
I don't know. But
Oh, shit.
but anyway, I think that.
Well, what about the guy that plays the dog?
Well, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Family Guy, but for The Simpsons, I think for them to do that, for them to only allow actors of the same race to play that character, I think that's racist.
Yeah, me too.
Don't you think that's the racist thing to say you have to?
I think that's fucking ridiculous.
I wrote that play in high school.
There's what play?
I wrote some play in high school.
Apollo Black? No, that was a play you were
My play was called "Mold Upon the Tongue of a Nation," and I casted based on race. And somebody came to me and they were like, I casted people of the race that they played with actors of that race. And somebody said, "You kind of typecasted that play because you only casted black people as black people and white people as white people." And I was like, well, "Yeah, that's because they fit the role."
Yeah.
So that's the opposite, of what's happening now.
It
has to be.
Before it was like the colorblind casting.
Yeah, colorblind casting was a thing, and now it's the total opposite of that.
Yeah.
How we made a complete 180.
Yeah, there's it happens. I was reading about something called Transparent. It's a show. I don't know why I was reading about it. Never even heard about the show. But the guy from
It was about a clear guy.
Huh?
It was about somebody who was clear.
Yeah. He was a guy that, when older, decided to transition.
Okay.
And it was played by the guy that was in Arrested Development, the dad.
Okay, I think I've heard of that show.
Yeah, and very quickly people started getting upset that it was a guy that wasn't trans that was playing it.
I heard about that. Yeah.
They had
But
two
that's
trans people on the
crazy
show.
because what even is a trans man besides somebody who decides that they're going to be a woman or
But he
trans
didn't
woman.
decide that.
Yeah, but he was deciding it for the role, right?
Yeah, well. That's the thing too. You get back to that thing of deciding. It's like, well, it's not a choice. I was born a woman.
Oh yeah,
in a
that's
man's
right.
body.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. That goes back to me where I've always been on the like, why the fuck does it matter if it's a choice or you're born that way? You're allowed to make a fucking choice. It doesn't matter.
It should just be irrelevant. I get it.
Yeah, you should be allowed to do whatever the fuck
I see
you
why
want.
it's controversial,
But
but
just so they can make an argument. It's like, but your argument's going to fall apart somewhere because it's okay to make fucking decisions, and we should be allowed to do whatever we want. That's the whole like point of without hurting other people. That's the goal. The end goal is fucking freedom. Right?
It's kind of like the medical marijuana. Like I feel like a lot of pushing for medical marijuana, and I think a lot CBD too. I think a lot of that is like to try to eventually get weed like recreational in. And I'm like, but wait, you shouldn't say that it has health benefits. Like just say that we should just be able to do whatever we want, right? Which I kind of get. Like, okay, cool, you're going some sneaky way about it, but we should just be able to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. I mean, I get why they're doing it because you just do have to wiggle it on them somehow. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the eventual thing, the real conversation I think we all want to have, the big one, like the meta conversation or whatever, underneath it all, it's like, what is freedom and what isn't?
What's freedom and what isn't? Oh, yeah. I guess that's like everything, isn't it?
Yeah, they all, and so we're all fighting over what's freedom and what's not. Especially, I mean, I don't want to get too much into this, but like abortion and stuff. Abortion is one of those crazy, weird things I think we're always going to be going back and forth about.
I can tell, like, for me,
weird.
for abortion, I can see either side.
Yeah.
I can sympathize with either side just as hard. Like, for somebody who thinks that, for somebody who's pro-life, I understand why they're so passionate about that. They think that it's killing. Like, how can you not be so passionate about that, you know? I don't think, I mean, and then for people who are on the other side, they just don't think that it's killing. So for them, those people to be like, no, you can't do this, that's oppression. So both sides I can just see with so much.
Yeah, that's why. I think it's one of those always going to be going there. And there's that, like, that I think that one of the underlying questions: what's hurting freedom? Like, what is impinging on people's freedom? Is it not allowing people to have abortions, or is it not allowing people to be born? It's like going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of those that's going to just keep fucking going back and forth. And I don't know how we're going to come to a decision, except with. I mean, I don't even think like improvements in science can ever get to a point where they're like, oh no, this is definitely where life starts. I don't feel like it's like because I mean, life is everything.
So in my head, I can see this utopian society where everybody's so like educated and responsible that accidental pregnancy is basically
that makes more sense.
A thing of the past.
That makes more sense. Yeah. I think that makes more sense the way out of it.
Yeah, I mean because accidental pregnancy, that's among people who have their shit together. It's probably pretty rare, just even now.
You ever see those like graveyards of?
This is the giggliest about a graveyard.
Well, I just thought it was a silly idea. You ever see those graveyards like that? They're fake graveyards for the aborted baby.
Oh no, I've not.
And they say like scientist. Doctor, lawyer. Why don't they have one that says loser? Because it works. They're actually all losers. They all lost the ability to be alive. Like loser, dumbass.
I thought you were gonna say like rapist or something, but I think loser is way funnier.
No.
Butthead.
Yeah.
Dumb piece of shit. Oh, do you know who the Proud Boys are though?
Shitty Parker. What?
Do you know who the Proud Boys are?
Yeah, just because I've been watching the old Rogans that they're supposed to be taking away, and I watched the Gavin McInnes one.
Why is that beeping?
Oh, it's two Gavin McInnes. Oh yeah. Fuck you, low battery.
I don't know. So I tried to find like what they even were, and the biggest explanation I could find of them, I don't know. They don't seem like
they're not as exaggerated, I think, as people are putting. They are silly.
They just seem like a group of like nerds who want to feel like badass or something. So
I think they're like.
You think they're like?
I should wait till.
Yeah, you should. I was gonna repeat everything you said.
I think they're like similar to like Antifa and shit in the sense that like there's bad apples,
Yeah.
but there's good apples.
There's good apples.
And
Especially this time of year, guys. Don't forget it's apple season.
Yeah, that's what I think about it. I don't know. I don't want to elaborate. I just, you
we
get
lost our
basically what I'm
feed.
saying, right?
Can we just switch to the computer on YouTube?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, so you don't have to fuck around with your camera. Yeah, I think it's like a bunch of kind of losery, like, nerds that.
Behind the scenes.
I think there is a kind of, I don't know what to say. It's a, so like their idea, their whole idea is that Western culture is best. Like West is the best is their slogan, right?
The West is the best. You know that song?
No.
It's Jim Morrison. It's I think This Is the End.
Oh, I think that's where they got it from.
Ride the snake.
The West is the best, and so it's like, I think that they are kind of douchey. You know?
Best Western. That's what they always say. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
They're kind. I mean,
You can't go there, bro. It doesn't have the best Western.
I think they are kind of douchey, but I don't think that they are implicitly a hate group.
Have you seen the Gavin McInnes Rogans?
No.
Okay, you should check that out.
Well, I think I saw one like forever ago.
Okay, I think because he started them, and I think that's kind of what they are, though they've evolved past it.
To me, Gavin McInnes is one of those guys that comes across as kind of like disingenuous, like
Yes.
like Sean Hannity. Like, I'm just gonna say whatever makes my point sound good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Which
I think he's also kind of like he's trying to be funny,
yeah.
but then like he's also trying to talk seriously about things, but it'd be funny, and then just not really deal too much with the consequences.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just gonna be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And that's how all his followers are too.
Yeah. So that's why I think the Proud Boys are like.
So the thing that I read, it said that they're not implicitly racist. Like, they'll accept people of other races, but those people still have to assert that Western, aka white, culture is better than every other culture.
From what he was saying it was about Western culture, and he was saying he was very much against racism on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying he was against that shit.
I would really like, to me, the whole saying that Western culture, it's the same as white culture, that goes back to the other guy saying that white is not, that's why it's wrong to say white pride, because white isn't a group, so you can't have white culture.
But, I mean, at the same time, you're saying that there's a culture and a way from... I mean, there are people that say, like, white power people. I don't feel like they're common. But there are, like, white power. So, I mean, that makes whiteness somewhat of a thing.
No,
somehow.
see, that's the whole point. The point is that people who say white power, the reason that it's wrong is because they don't really care about white power, because there is no such thing as white. They're just saying anti-minorities. You see what I'm saying? They're just like saying, oh, it's okay if you're white, which white's not a group, so they're saying, oh, it's just wrong to be something else.
But they do, I mean, I don't know. From what I've heard, there are people that do feel like white people are being, like, genocided in some way. And that they are, like, holding on.
Yeah, I think I do think they think that.
I mean, I don't know. But I guess that's just...
But what is a white person, though?
Confusing.
A white person is just like a non-minority, supposedly, right?
Well, I don't know what they think it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it... But then, why are we going to deal with their definitions? They're clearly deranged.
And stupid.
The genocide of the white man.
They're also stupid.
Yeah.
Like that one video of that guy who was like a National Socialist Party guy. National Socialist Party is the Nazis, basically, in the U.S.
There is now a National Socialist Party?
It's been forever.
Okay.
They've been the National Socialist Party in America, or in the U.S., is the Nazi Party of the U.S.
Okay.
And he was like, this videos of him going around being like, "Heil Trump," and like all this shit.
Oh.
That guy, have you seen those videos?
Isn't that guy that, like, he got big around the Trump time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen the video. I saw him way back when. I saw that guy whenever
Yeah.
popped out.
And people were like, "Man, this is terrifying." And I saw an interview with that guy. I'm like, "Man, this guy's a loser, dude. This guy's a fucking, you know, he seems like he probably like eats Cheetos and you know what I mean? Like,
Cheetos. God damn.
drinks Doritos."
Wow. Shitting on Cheetos.
Oh, you're a fan
Oh,
of
you
Cheeto.
fucking Cheeto eaters out there, man.
I mean, regular Cheetos, not flaming hot. You know, he probably can't handle flaming hot.
It sounds like me. Sounds like my kind of guy.
No, it's me. You're a little racist. No. The point about him was that he's soft. And
Yeah.
He's a wimp.
Yeah.
He's a nerd.
Spencer, Richard Spencer.
Oh, is that his name?
I think so. That's the one I heard about.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Dick Spencer.
There's this guy running for, I think Congress or something in Gwinnett County, and his name is So Hung.
Oh shit! Real quick. Oh,
How much time do we have? Oh,
That's it. We got 40 seconds.
I didn't get to tell about scary stories. Join us on YouTube. We're going to do probably some scary stories coming up here soon in the month of October.
Spooky, scary stories.
Woo!
Maybe we'll do something else with them too after we tell them. Maybe we tell them, and then maybe we can make a video out of them or something. I don't know. Maybe see if you guys like them, we'll do some more shit with them, like tell them again. You tell them you backwards. That'll be real scary, because then you can hear the devil speaking through us.
Yeah, we should put some subliminal messages in our stories.
Yeah.
All right.
Mine are gonna be suck my dick.
And so it was. Another episode from hell of television for the satanic.
That didn't look very satanic.
Satanic, they're also a bunch of nerds. You know?
See you, losers.
See you in hell.